make her chuckle.
Comment searched places below. Searched Riddleston and East Morton streets up and down. Royd Ings and all down sides of the tip. So that's the tip area searched. My husband is heading over to come help now. Comment into bump. Checked Demems.
It's very rural. There's a little tiny park next to where we went missing from, and there's sort of a bit of an industrial estate, but not a massive one. Sort of a mini industrial estate, you know, with Alton Halfords, and there's like a shopping thing as well. Well, there's a Starbucks, just because I know you'd like to know that.
Yeah, well, you know I'd be in the Starbucks, right? Searched all around Toby Carvery and the hotel under the bypass, down the back of Roydings too. From the comments, Cliff Castle has been searched already. Raymond's Lane would have been searched already, and possibly still being searched from the comments. TK Maxx Retail Park.
Yeah, TK Maxx that's very close as well. So there's a TK Maxx, a Halfords, there's a Keeley Retail Park, and a Curry's in there.
Yeah, so people are starting to comment that searched areas already. So hopefully a lot of ground has been covered. That kind of makes me, do you know what I mean? Like concerned a little bit, just that he might, you know, it could be a bit overwhelming for anyone, couldn't it? Even if you were an adult, so many people looking. So obviously if you think you see something, just be super careful, because he's 7 and it's a lot to deal with.
And the thing is, we drum into our children, don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers, don't go with strangers, which is the right thing to do. But actually, if you see a stranger calling your name when they're looking for you, what would you do as a 7-year-old boy?
Exactly.
You'd hide.
And to be honest, as an adult, if someone called my name, I'd be gone.
So, you know, it's just, yeah. So people need to just be sort of looking very quietly and carefully, not because it would be so easy just to spook and scare him into actually running and hiding around yet another corner and actually making it very difficult to find him. And he could think he's in trouble, bless him.
Yeah, 8 minutes ago they said, we've been told that Noah likes to hide. So if you are searching, make sure you are checking behind things, anywhere that a child could hide. Has someone got a heat drone? This is where we need David. Yeah. I'm not sure whereabouts he lives, but he's up that way, isn't he? He's got drones and stuff. But I don't know where he is. He's not even in the live, so... And that's the thing, we don't know.
What type of helicopter they were using, whether they were using a normal or a heat. I don't think many police forces have the heat ones, do they, here?
Sent to Gaz Hall, garden sheds. Yeah, garden sheds. Garages. If your garage isn't locked. Any barns.
Anyway, you know, local areas, please just check anywhere he could have tucked himself.
Rogue reporter Gaz Hall. He does look handsome, doesn't he?
He looks cheeky as well, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Do you know that
cheeky?
The way he looks in there? Do you remember? I don't know if you've ever seen that film, with Adam Sandler in it and Jennifer, what's her name, from Friends, and there's the young girl in there, and he's got her face, the one who tries to do the posh English voice, and I don't know what her name is as an actress, but his face looks like hers, and she's quite cheeky in the film. I forget the name of the film now, but he does look a little bit facially like her.
Can't
Becky
think which
knows
film you're
what I mean.
talking about. I probably would if I.
Hang on, let me have a look. Let me just Google it and then you'll know what I mean. Just go with it. She's grown up now. That's never the same. I want to get a little picture of her. So I can't think of what else she was in. But she's just such like a little cheeky character. Do you see it?
Oh yes.
She's even pulling the same facial expression. Bailey Madison. There you go. That's who he reminded me of facially, like the eyes, the look. Yeah, you can't unsee it now. Ah, that's what we've been led to believe.
There's a river. I haven't seen a canal. Let me have a look.
I would think his parents are out looking, but we don't know if the police have pulled them to one side and said, no, stay home in case he comes home. Or one of you at least stay home. No, they haven't, not yet. Oh, I think David's like Sheffield way, which is not anywhere near, I don't think.
We don't know what he was doing before he went missing, but as we've said, it can happen in a literal blink of an eye.
And the thing is, as well, as quickly as someone goes missing, the little ones, they can be quickly found as well, which is the hope. I'm not seeing anything up in the sky yet, search-wise. Only...
How far is that from? It's a bit of a distance. You'd have to go across the railway line. There's a little woods, but you'd have to get across quite a long way for a 7-year-old to get to those woods. But then he has been missing.
Hang on.
5.5 hours.
So someone is saying in the group, as an anonymous participant, that he's been found. Has the police said he's been found?
I'm looking to see if there's any posts on the police post, but I can't see anything to say that.
No, I can only see Yeah, I'm just looking at the police website first. Hopefully he's been found. We're just trying to confirm it on the police website. I'm always nervous when an anonymous participant posts something like that. Hopefully he is found. Hopefully. They're not very quick at updating though, are they?
No, they can be. Very slow. Well, somebody said the police has just told them, and that person's not.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, waiting for the police to confirm it, but there's quite a few people who are saying the police have said it to them, so hopefully this is true, but not gonna rely on the random people's comments at the moment. Yeah, we're just waiting for the police to confirm it, because we don't go on.
Unconfirmed. Found in Braithwaite, police have said. Braithwaite is far.
It's a long way away for a little person.
Found in Braithwaite, that's quite a walk.
But then somebody else said Cougar Park, and that's not as far as Braithwaite, so. Absolutely wicked. Waiting to see if the police say anything first.
Can't call 101, I'm on my phone. Over an hour's walk from Cougars.
Yeah, but that may not be the case. That may just be somebody saying.
Police are saying that he has been found. Oh, hang on, True Crime Talk. Police is confirmed on Keighley. Keighley
police page. Keighley police page. Yeah.
Because they usually just remove the post, don't they? That'll be Mrs. P sleeping well too.
Yeah, 1 minute ago, Noah Beetham has been found safe and well. Thank you for sharing our appeal. Woohoo!
Mrs. P can sleep well tonight.
I can. It always worries me. Take him off my screen.
Yeah, I was thinking of saying change my.
Yeah, absolutely, Adele. Absolutely. Let's remove my post as well and do that.
Tom can go to bed as well. We can all sleep now.
We can all sleep feeling much better than we did. Absolutely.
And this is the good thing about what I find with the youngsters. Often they are found, but when they're found, it's quick.
Well, and it restores your faith, doesn't it, in just people, because so many people were out, people coming from out of the area, to help, to look. And it makes you realise how many good people there really are. Yes, there are the odd one or two that aren't quite so nice, but actually when it comes down to it, people are really good.
Yeah. it was good to see like all the locals like pulling together, like, and we saw that in the other case with the other little missing lad. Like, people were just looking and, you know, coming out and, you know, making it clear that they didn't think the police were either pulling their weight, you know, with the head, there was nobody else searching, it was just them, but people were coming out. It's really weird because I didn't, if I'd have known that you were live, I would have just come into yours. I spent a lot of time looking at my iPad screen telling myself to get my arse on live, and it was about 8 minutes past 10 and I've just hit the live button. And then someone came in and told me, True Crime Tilly came in and told me that this little lad was missing and it was urgent. And it kind of went from there.
Yeah, Tom, I feel so much better now. So much better now. He's been found.
It's always a relief, isn't it? Because, you know, like I said, we can't judge people. We don't know the circumstances. And like I said, within a slip of, you know, just a blink of an eye, you know, they could be in the garden and then they could have wandered off.
That's true, Lucy. She didn't check and see if I was live, but I checked to see if she was live first, but she wouldn't check because I'm very rarely live, am I?
No.
So I'm going to forgive her.
I usually just have my pattern of spending an hour talking myself into actually coming live, then hitting the live button. And I was out until...
Yeah, Martha.
About 8:30ish. Because we went to pick up my son from his girlfriend's house. So, but yeah, TikTok doesn't communicate. And the only way I would know is if I was in the messages on here and then I would see the flashy thing, but I didn't. Yeah. I went literally straight to the page to hit the live button. So I just didn't see, but I would have happily have gone over to Indigo's rather than go live myself, to be honest. Tonight I was just really struggling with it.
I know, you know, it was nearly 5 hours. I can't even imagine how long that must have felt for Noah's loved ones.
You should have messaged me on WhatsApp. Maybe you have, I don't know, but like
No, I didn't actually. I should have done.
Because then I would have seen it quicker probably, but I last kind of like glanced over and then I was looking at my iPad and then talking to myself and then I went live. But, you know, what time did you go live?
It's about 9:45.
Oh, so yeah, 25 minutes or so before I was, and all that time I was just faffing around being a twat.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I could have been being a lot more productive instead of just talking to myself. But at the end of the day, he's found. And sometimes, you know, it's okay. Like, if we're not on the same live, it's absolutely fine because, you know, we have different audiences. There's people that don't follow me that follow Indigo and vice versa, and it doesn't actually hurt to have two people, you know, just doing their own thing and talking about it and then coming together, or just coming together at the very beginning, depending on obviously what happens. Like, if you're not being an idiot like I was, I might have been a bit more attentive to
Thanks, Martha.
But yeah, as to Ursula, us two with Gary.
Yeah, thanks, Sophie. I problem is I end up taking a few of your mods away. That's the only problem when we both do it at the same time.
No worries, Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
It's actually not, I think it's not been too bad, to be honest. But then like I said, I weren't really reading the comments. But the ones that I did catch, they weren't that bad.
No, I think I still need to have a lot. Yeah, mine was still
She's got a lot.
awful again.
She's got a lot of blocking to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to come with time, because I have a huge block list. But I still get them after a certain once your numbers get to, like, I initially found it was like 100, 150, but then as my
Well, I was up in the 500s at one point, and they were, yeah.
I found that they start coming in at that, but then as your account grows and you block more, that level goes. Although I still find around 250, and I think I got up to like maybe 400 and something, and it wasn't that bad. Like but I wasn't seeing them if it was. It just varies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Finney was found. He's not long been found, so we're all feeling a lot happier right now. Noah's been found.
Do I know if the family of Adriana is in America? I do not know. And I'll be honest, other than posting on that, I've kind of pulled away from it. Any significant updates I'll post on it, but that's become a circus, and it's a circus that I don't want to be involved in. Just because of everything that's going down over there. But I don't know if they are here or not. And so, I mean, for us, Mrs. P, I don't know if she was following that one, but the main thing is obviously that she was missing, she's been found, and obviously there's questions surrounding things, but I also feel at the end of the day, if they get another pathologist that says exactly the same, they're still not going to be happy. And then people are accusing the family, it's a mess, so I'm just not there. But if there is a significant thing, I'll post on it, but I'm not going to go live on it. And there's other people that are currently missing, like this little lad was missing. We've got Mrs. P's got a wall full of missing.
Yeah, and I've got quite a few I want to do as well.
It's hard, isn't it? But it'll get easier to block it. The more you have coming in, and the more that gets blocked, the less over time you will get, until I think then it hits like when you get like 1,000 in your live, then they start coming in again. So I've still got a ton of trolls to come, but it does get a bit easier.
Yeah, I've been covering Cole, Dakota. I've got quite a few posts. I'll do an update on the searches and stuff tomorrow as well. Sadly, they've not found any sort of information or signs of Cole in the searches yesterday and today, but
yes, Donna.
That one's another one that's heartbreaking. Noah's been found. The 7-year-old boy from this evening's been found, which is fantastic news.
It's hard, isn't it, as well, like when you're sort of covering them as well, when they're not found and it's prolonged, and and the cases are just unexplained as well, and obviously with Cole, he's quite young, but we still haven't, Gary's just disappeared off the face of the planet, and we're all still trying to put the information out there. It's just, where do these people go?
Oh, thanks, Sammy.